Hey guys, welcome to Among the Branches podcast. I'm literally so excited because I'm starting this series with our besties.
Hey, besties!
Yay! I'm literally so freaking excited to start this series with them. This is basically just going to be like a young adult series. We're just going to be hearing all about Lex Co's testimonies, like walking through the valleys and hills of life, the ups and downs, like literally talking about everything, talking about our walk and all of those kind of things.
Yeah, we're
so excited.
Super excited.
This episode we're basically just going to be explaining like our hearts behind this and like the meaning behind this and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
But you
love
can
it.
take over, CJ. Okay, Lordy. So let me I think should I read this or not? I'm literally so excited, guys. Like what the heck? Okay, guys, so this podcast was created for young adults that are walking through real seasons, messy seasons, some beautiful, but all anchored in a faithful God who never lets us go. It's a branch of the Pruning podcast, and I'm so grateful to be hosting this podcast with Lexi and Cullen. Through this series, you'll get to know them on a deeper level, their testimonies, their life stories, and faith. And so, like, the reason why we came up with, like, Among the Branches is because in John 15, like, God talks about how, like, he's the vine and we are the branches and, like, how he prunes us to bear more fruit. Like, hence the Pruning podcast, it's pruned to bear more fruit. And then this branch is to draw you closer to that vine in order to get pruned, in order to bear fruit. Yep. Exactly. So, yeah, guys, I'm so excited for this series. I guess, like, Lexi, let's just talk about, like, I guess your heart behind this. And, like, I feel like a lot of people have, like, this stereotypical thing. Like, they see people on the internet and they think, like, they have it. Yeah, it's perfect. They have it all together. So, yeah.
So, basically, we just want to show that, like, our life isn't perfect because clearly, like, you want to, like, get to as close to, like, God's perfect, like, as you can. But, like, that's, like, so hard. And I feel like people just think it's so easy. So, I really want to share that because, like, you're not alone. Like, whoever's dealing with it and thinking like, oh, like I'm following Jesus, but like this is so hard. Like I want to help them more. And I just feel like God was just calling us more to ministry because on our platforms and stuff, like we don't normally like just answer questions or just talk about the real. Or some people are even like, do they ever fight? Or like, does Cousin like ever cry? Or like stuff like that. Like y'all are always happy. Truthfully, we are always happy just because like that's what Jesus does to you. Like, you know, you feel complete happiness with him and everything.
And we're living in his grace and his peace every single day.
Literally.
So,
and I feel like this is only just bring people closer to y'all and like let people in on like the real inside parts of life, like what y'all had to go through to get here. And a lot of times people like think that you have it all together.
Exactly. And I feel like that would help everybody bond more with us too and like know us on an even deeper level. Right. Because like some people just like look at us and like, oh my gosh, I love y'all so much. But it's like now you're gonna know us. Like now you're gonna get like the real
exactly. And we see our supporters as literally family. So
it's
like
so we're transparent.
Right. And whatever we're going through in life, like we're open about it. Like we're gonna be open to our supporters.
We don't hide anything.
No.
Honestly, it's not necessarily hidden. It's just like our platform is based on like positivity and everything. And not that anything that we've gone through isn't necessarily positive. Not that anything we've gone through isn't necessarily positive, but it's just like you're not gonna say like, oh hey y'all, like I got in an argument with Cullen today, like so I'm gonna post about this. It's just our platform is mainly around like our family and just like our grace and happiness and like positivity through all that.
Yeah. Exactly. And this is just gonna be like a deeper dive into like
like the background, like the behind the scenes, basically
behind the scenes.
Yeah.
What people really sometimes don't see on the internet.
Exactly, because a lot of the times, like, I try to include that or, like, bits and pieces, but it's, like, I talk so much or, like, these little minute and 30-second videos, like, truthfully, all I can focus on, like, is the good of that day. Like, I can't go in and just be like, oh, and, like, just to let y'all know, like, this happened, but, like, God spoke to me in this way. But I want that to be, like, more apparent. And I feel like this is going to help with that, too, just, like, showing the real Jesus.
Exactly. Another thing we're going to talk about, too, is how we through those moments where we're arguing or we having that rough part is like how we get together and work as a team to fight that.
Yes, because that's really so good. It's so good because like we literally would be like in the car for probably like 2 hours or something. Like maybe we just like even if like we went to dinner or something like with
Yeah.
her or something like I didn't like something that he said or
Yeah.
anything like
Yeah.
we're talking about it in the car and everything, but it's like deeper.
Yeah.
It's like God's connecting our hearts on like a deeper level to be like, hey, I didn't like that because
Yeah.
like I dealt with this in the past, or like this is some trauma I'm still trying to work through.
Yeah.
So like can we like get to the root?
Yeah.
And then we're over here like so much closer, and it's just so good because then the next time you'll see it, and like either of us just like I thought about you that time, or like
Yeah.
this is better.
Yeah.
It's only growing from here. And I can say that like y'all have been such a positive influence in me and Brant's life. And like I feel like social media and society has this portray of relationships. Just make sure you can hear me. That like it's like, oh my gosh, we argue like we're not meant to be together.
Yes,
like we
that's not
can
it.
never argue. And I remember being that person. I'm like, why are we always arguing? Like
Mhm.
we're supposed to be perfect. Like we're supposed to have
No.
like we're two imperfect people
Mhm.
like trying to become perfect together. So I'm just so excited to see like all the growing and fruit that just branches
Yes.
off of this podcast, because
Yes.
people need like real. Like so many people are
Yes.
so fake, and it's like
Exactly. And people can look at us and be like, oh, hey, they went through that. Like, I'm going through the same thing, and still see, like, what God has done in our life, or,
Yeah.
like, what God is doing in our life, and be like, that can happen for me, too. Like, literally just trust Him and truly, like, apply His word and everything.
Yeah.
And, oh, my gosh, that makes such a difference.
yeah.
That's right.
Such a difference.
It really
Yeah.
does, honestly.
And I remember we're gonna do our first episode on like the pre-Jesus, like walking through that. But I just want to talk about like how I guess like you like came about this. I remember you said that you had like a ministry moment at
Yeah.
young adult conference.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you
So
can
we
talk
went
about
to a retreat. We actually all went together.
Yeah.
And the pastor, y'all call y'all's pastors, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Pastor.
because I was about to say priest. I'm so sorry.
No, you're
The
good.
pastor over there was saying like his testimony and stuff, and I just felt like his testimony was like very much alike ours, because there's been many moments where me and Cullen have been in moments where it's like we don't know how we're going to do it, or how we're going to provide, or how we're going to come up with the money and stuff. And that was his testimony. He's like, it just popped up one day, like God made a way.
Yeah.
And that triggered my heart, because there's been plenty of times that we were the same way. And literally it's just like, it just appears for us, or like, you know, God literally just makes a way.
Yeah.
But he convicted my heart, and he's just like, y'all can share, like, I'm doing all this in your life, like, y'all have been through so much with me, like, it's time for you to share more about what I've done for you. Like, if this person is making you, like, come to me closer just by him telling this story, imagine all the stories that you have to tell, and how many people,
Yeah,
like, you're
that's so
gonna
good.
pull to Jesus. And it's just like, I've always been so like covered up, or like I'm like behind the scenes, because I'm like, no, like people won't listen to me, like, and mostly because people have this persona where it's like you're supposed to be perfect because you know Jesus,
Yeah.
or like, oh no, that's not the godly thing to do, or like,
Yeah.
oh no, like you did this but you know God, haha,
Yeah.
no you don't.
Yeah.
But it's like it's the complete opposite, because like if you know God, like
Yeah.
you're supposed to go through these things.
Yeah.
Like God is with you. Like that's why you need Jesus in your life, so he can help you
Yeah.
get through those things and like continue to go through life. But yeah, so God just told me, he's just like, girl, like y'all need to start, like he's just calling us to ministry and to just be more open about our stories and to tell them and to just try to pull other people toward him and just
Yeah.
be true disciples, because we're always talking about being followers of Jesus and like learning his word and everything. But now I feel like he's just calling us to help others, like,
Yeah.
and to really be like rooted in that, because now, like, I'm gonna be real, I know we inspire a lot of people, but it's not like we're just like trying to do that,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
not that we wouldn't want to help people, but
Yeah.
it's like there wasn't really a whole lot of effort, like, hey, like I want to help you.
Yeah.
So now I feel like God's just like, no, like, get on it.
Yeah, like bring
you-
people to him. And like this is
Yes.
just gonna be like a podcast to where like y'all can bring all of y'all's questions, y'all can bring all y'all's
Yeah.
concerns, like all of your prayer requests. Like I'm just so excited for this because like there's so many people that's lost, you know?
Mhm.
And it's like
And
I
we were
don't
lost too, y'all.
and
We
it's
were
like
lost.
look at where y'all are now. Like it's literally the grace of God over your
Yep.
life. And if people could just see that, like God has his hand over your life.
Honestly, like, it
Exactly.
makes me cry when I think about it. Just because, like, if you knew me and Cullen, like, I always think about all the time, like, the people that seen us in high school and stuff, like,
Yeah.
all the stuff that we went through in high school. And I'm like, they probably watch our stuff now or look at us now and is like, wow, like that's not the same people. Like
night and day.
And
yes,
that's true, because that's what they say nowadays.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like
it is.
people in high school and stuff we went to school with, like we still get those type of comments.
Yeah.
Or
And
they're
stuff.
like they're not who they say they are.
Yeah, and it's
that's
like
a
people
we're
lie.
hold
not.
you to who you were before Christ.
And
Yes.
that's
Like,
not
because
it,
we-
because he's gonna completely change you.
we changed completely.
Completely, like
Yeah.
360s.
So it's like
360s.
we're not the same people we used to be in high
Yeah.
school. No, we're way better. We're on one straight path, and
Yeah.
that's to heaven. That's just Christ.
And that's the thing too, like we want people to know, and it hasn't been easy. Like
Yeah.
you see
No.
the benefits, you see the change and everything, but it has not been easy. Like there's things we've been through, there's things we still go through. Like
yeah,
so this is what it's like
Exactly.
behind, you know?
There's been parts of my life where I almost gave up,
yeah.
but stuck strong, especially together as a team, and like we're unbeatable.
Literally just seeing how like God like mended y'all together, because there was a time y'all weren't here, but y'all gonna hear all about that on the first episode. So
Yeah.
I can't
we're
wait.
so excited, guys. Stay tuned, and yeah, welcome to Among the Branches.